Our presentation is divided into 7 parts. First, the importance of housing ownership for youngs. Second, its connection with SDG 11. Third, current challenges spotted by key data. Fourth, essential government housing policies. Fifth, target solutions based on SDG 11. Sixth, our 2030 visions for young housing and family. Conclusion and reference. Housing ownership is more than just a physical space. It's a basic human right, a foundation for financial stability, and a key life milestone for Malaysia youngs. According to a 2025 study by GYITI calling over 127,000 preparation transfusion. 84% of Gen Z buys list house ownership among their top 3 life goals. Data from Malaysia also shows that young people aged 31 to 30 make up 35% of households in affordable housing schemes, proving its critical role in early adulthood. For youngs, own a home directly influences career decision, family planning, and a long-term wealth building. Young's housing ownership is deeply intertwined with SDG 11, which aim to build inclusive, safe, and stable cities. Two key targets directly related to our topic. Target 11.3 to analyze the issue suspended we above a research framework that integrates young demographics, affordable housing barriers, sustainability, ASIP, and the serial planning behavior. As shown in the model on screen, the framework helps us identify not just what are the problem, but the why and how to solve it. However, Malaysia faces a significant gap. Nepal data shows that in 2024, only 71% of housing stock in housing align with Gen Z persons, while 79 remains needing the property. More critical number 2025 data record Malaysia's housing price to income rate at 9.11, far exceeding the SDGs affordable sales hold of 3.1. The first and most pressing challenge in the several mystery between housing price and young incomes, a problem not occur to Malaysia but a global trend, as shown in Figure 1. The home ownership rate for U.S. young households dropped from 45% in 2000 to just 38% in 2019, while rental rates rose from 55 to 62 in Malaysia. The situation is even worse. GYITI's 2025 data shows that only 28 of young Malaysians aged 25 to 34 own a home, far below the U.S. rate. According to number 2025 rate, Malaysia's national housing price to income rate is 9.011, means the eligible youngs needs over 9 years for full income to buy a home, far behind the affordable standard. This gap is even wider in major cities. Young Malaysians facing a crushing debate burgeoning that further erodes their ability to buy a home. Malaysia's household debate is among the highest in Asia, according to Bank Negara Malaysia, especially 53 certain young people under 30 owned a total of 1.0 billion in later 2023, largely driven by buy now pay later survives. In 2027 alone, Malaysia made 70.3 million BNPL transactions, worth 6.2 billion. The combination of student loans, car loans, BNPL debit, and credit card bills left young people with no capital to save a down payment. Even for young people who manage to save, accessing housing loans is dramatically challenging due to strict bank requirements, where the housing credit grant screen has approved 86.43% of young loan applications. Between 2008 and 2023, the overall approval rate for loan screen loans is much lower. The top three rejection reasons are high debt to income ratio, short employment history, and low credit card scores. Comprehending the issue, Bank Negara Malaysia has maintained the overnight policy rate at 3% since May 2023, increasing borrowing costs with the average 20-year fixed mortgage interest rate at 4.28%, putting younger youngs at a significant disadvantage. Another critical challenge is the survival shortage and misalignment of available housing compared by regional disparities, a pattern we see in Canada as well. In Canada, young home ownership rates range from 28% in the mid-teens to just 16% in the places joined by regional economic defense and housing supply. In Malaysia, we see a similar trend. Java ITI 2025 data shows the young house ownership rate are 22% in Kuala Lumpur, 26% in Penang, and 31% in Canada. Nepal data shows that only 31% of Malaysia housing stock is affordable high-rising units, while 69 are needed per purchase. Many young Malaysians lack the financial literacy for home ownership, a gap trade to education, a trend mirrored in U.S. states. As figure to show, 45% of U.S. youngs with a basic degree own home in 2019, which is just 20% of those less than a high school education. Malaysia follows the pattern. 35% of young degree households own homes, compared to 80% of those with high school of own education. A 2024 Bank Negara survey found only 30% of young grasp basic mortgage knowledge, and 45% of under 30 BNPL users don't know later payment fears. The sixth challenge is the fundamental misalignment between young housing preference and market supply. Joa ITI's 2025 analysis of over 127,000 proprietary transactions shows that 84% of Gen Z buyers prefer high-risk consumers payments, while only city choose traditional landed homes. However, MPIC's 2024 data reveals that 79% of Malaysia's housing stock is still landed, with only 31% being high-rise units. This gap is critical because Gen Z comprises 9 million people. There will drive Malaysia's housing demand for the next 20 years. Additionally, 80% of youngs prefer urban housing near workplaces, public transport, and amenities, but most new developments are explosion areas. Currently, the government supports youngs through schemes like PI1MA and My Home, offering up to 30,000 in rebates and SGKP, which granted loans with an 86% approval rate. State projects like Romance Camp offer home from 42,000 to achieve SDG 11. We propose 3 improvements. First, expand affordable housing to rural areas and introduce rent-to-own schemes. Second, partner with bank nigger to improve young's financial nature. Third, build more green mixed-use developments to lower costs and suit young professions. So what is our vision for 2030? We want to see a Malaysia where housing are affordable, accessible, and sustainable. We aim to reduce the national prices to income rating from 9.11 to a manageable 5.01. We want 50% of young Malaysians to own homes by the age of 34, and we want 70% of new buildings to be green and eco-friendly. In conclusion, housing ownership is not just a financial goal, it's a basic human right. Achieving the vision requires a strong cooperation between the government, private developer, and the young themselves. By aligning our efforts with DJ 11, we can build a future where every young Malaysia has a safe, able, and sustainable place to call home.